Hey, this is Keith Everett, and this is a quick review for Grant Cardone's new book, which is Be Obsessed or Be Average. Now, I've spent the last few days reading most of this book, and this is a much different book from this more well-known book of his, which is the 10X Rule, which is a great book, by the way. This book is really all about his early days and how he changed from one obsession to another. When Grant Cardone was a teenager, his dad died, and he lived with his mum, and times were hard, really hard for him, and he had a good taste of what it was like to be broke, poor, and even though he was going to school and college, he wasn't really that interested in what he was doing, and he ended up turning to drugs, alcohol, all those kinds of things. And in fact, he was pretty much obsessed with drug taking. And that's how he started off, being obsessed and having an obsession. And what he did was he turned that around in his late 20s. And here's one of the main reasons, probably why. Have you ever been told by someone that you're just no good? I have, right? I've been told that I'll never get anywhere and all this kind of stuff. People's opinions of you are not your reality, it's just their opinions, right? And listen to this, this is what Grant Cardone was actually told by some kind of guidance counsellor when he came out of rehab. He was actually told, you'll never make it, you are a defective person, you have an addictive personality, a disease you'll never recover from. Nice, eh? How would you like to be told that? Anyway, he switched that thing around in his mind, and what he did was he had a job with a car dealership which he wasn't doing very well at, and then he just decided to flip that coin, and he decided to get very good at selling cars. And after a while, after a few months, he actually became the top salesman in that company. And that's really where it started to become an obsession. He wanted to be the guy that taught other people how to be top salesmen, and that's what he kind of went on to do. And it talks about the things that he wanted in the early days. For instance, he would have been happy with a few apartments in his real estate business, because that was one of the things that he was looking at doing. And he actually went on to get over $400 million worth of real estate. He also built 5 companies, and he's one of the world's leading sales trainers, owns one of the world's top sales training companies. And this all started really from an obsession, and this is what this book is about. It kind of leads you through the early days to when he switches over to actually doing the things that he really wants to do in life in a positive way rather than a destructive way. So that is the kind of moral of this book. It is a good book. I think it's worth the money. I think you can see from this book how people can actually come from dire circumstances and switch that around to improving their lives and becoming very successful. And also, one of the things that he does talk about, a lot of people don't know this about Grant, is that when he was training to be a good salesman, he was training himself to be a good salesman, he was working all hours under the sun to do that. He was actually helping other drug addicts try to reform as well. So he does have a good heart, and this book kind of reflects that. But he is a man obsessed in a good way. An obsession can be a good thing. It doesn't have to be a bad thing. People tend to associate obsession with something that's bad, but it doesn't have to be. Okay, you can be obsessed in helping people and in becoming successful. So I hope you've enjoyed this quick review. If you have, click the link underneath this video for the link to the blog post that I wrote about Grant Cardone and this book. And you will see a button just coming up on the screen now to subscribe to this YouTube channel if you're watching this on YouTube. If you're actually watching this on Facebook, just click the link above. And I will see you in the next video. You take care. Bye for now.